Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, smarks and marks all over the world.
Grab a seat or take it easy on your feet as we set up our gear. Lend us your ear.
Because your boys, King Mac, MILLI, and J Classic are about to put on some podcast action.
So get psyched and turn to the smart side.
Cause Smark Psychology Podcast starts now.
The following performance contains strong language such as bitch, shit and fuck. You will be called out on your mistakes, and if need be, you will be told you are useless. You have been warned.
Yo.
You have been warned.
Yeah, fuck you, bitch. Wait, damn it. It's too late.
Oh, damn it, you're useless. You forgot? You're useless.
I done Pat McAfee myself already on ESPN. I didn't drop the F-bomb.
Well, you know, Skip, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, motherfucker. Smark Psychology. Episode 135. The greatest BCW promoter alive. Yes. You heard me. I said Smart Psychology Season 3, episode 135. The greatest PCW Ultra promoter alive. That's right. We got our brother is on tap for this episode. Yeah. Garrett Winberry. Yes indeed. But you hear the voice, so you already know what it is. You already know who it is. But in case you don't, let me just go ahead and drop up in there and tell you that it is he, it is I. You know what I'm saying? That guy, the value that allows you the opportunity to roll with me. You see the money, you see the crown, you see all gold, everything. That's right. The reigning, Mr. Opportunity. The reigning.
Oh, let it rain then, damn it. Let it rain.
Smart predictions champion. You know what I'm saying? It's all about me. It's all about it's all about him. You know what I'm saying? King Mac, MILLI. But I ain't here by myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm here with my brother, the other guy from the other side of the Smark side, and he goes, bye.
It be your boy, the opportunity himself, Mr. Smark himself, Mr. CSO of this whole show, the gentrification of LASSICK, where the smoke stays up and the cups are always pouring. Man, red cups up. Let's talk some wrestling. We got some people in the building. It's going down. Can we get a pop real quick?
Real quick. Man, I'm a bit flustered on this Saturday. So let me just say shout outs to everybody on the audio side, everybody listening on Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio. You know what I'm saying? Hey. I seen that lariat. I seen what that lariat did. Oh shit. Rufus Lala in the building. She's got her eyes going. But yeah, shout outs to everybody listening. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time it may be, wherever in the world you may be. We thank you. You could be listening or you could be viewing, because we are live on Facebook, we are live on Twitter, and we are live on YouTube. Make sure you get up in the room, you know what I'm saying? Jump into that Smart Club, which is the live comment section, like Ruthless Lala. Drop a bar for your boys, say what's happening, say what's going on, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you might be right here on the West Coast with your boys, you might be on the East Coast like Sis, you might be down south, you might be up north, you might be in between the Midwest, or you could be in a whole nother country. You already know what it is, you already know what to do. She says, love y'all, we love you too. Ooh, bars, I'm on one.
Ooh, the red cups up.
All gold, everything, red cups up to everybody. How you feeling today, man? How you feeling?
I'm not gonna lie, man. This is one of them Saturdays that hit me. I almost forgot we had to.
Oh, really?
Dude, I woke up early because my son end up not wanting to sleep and shit. And you know how that goes.
Yeah.
So I was up, and all of a sudden I got up, and he went to sleep finally about around some like, I think he went to sleep probably like 11, 12. So I'm like, all right, okay. So now I'm up. So then I had to go to sleep. This nigga decides to wake up at 2. I said, all right, okay. So now we improvising. So when he finally went to sleep again this morning, he wakes up like he's been up and he's finally go to sleep. I'm like, all right, I can go to sleep too. And then all of a sudden my wife said to me, you got a show today. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
So I am now powering off of Red Cup energy. So I am everywhere. So this show is going to be something.
Yeah. This show is definitely going.
What about you, sir? As we have our guest in the back way, but I know you feeling well. I know you feeling well.
Man, I'm operating as best as I possibly can. You know what I'm saying? It's always a little bit of something going on in my realm. I'm excited for this interview that we got today. You know what I'm saying? Love you too. She says stay proud of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Proud of you as well. Keep doing what you do. Yeah, man, I'm all over the place right now, but I'm trying to get centered, or shall I say I will get centered. You know what I'm saying? All this gold is tearing up my brain. You feel me? It's tearing up my brain somehow, some way. I got a long day ahead of me that's gonna be even longer. On Monday's episode, I don't even know what I'm gonna be on, but I'm gonna be on something. Because I ain't gonna get no sleep. I'm going from one long ass job to another job to coming straight to the show. So we're gonna see what
fun. I like to talk about too.
Man, I ain't did that before. But without further ado, you know what I'm saying? We got a whole lot to get to. And I might as well bring him up in the room. We got the greatest PCW Ultra promoter alive on this side of the West Side in Cali. Go ahead and hit them horns a couple of times, you know what I'm saying, as you tip up your red cup. Go ahead and one more time, one more again. Hey, hit that ding. Hit that ding.
Oh, you want me to hit that now?
Yeah, hit that ding.
Okay.
Hit that.
My ding-a-ling, I want you to play.
Wrong ding.
I'm sorry.
Wrong damn ding, man. Great. Hit that old-fashioned one time. Oh, yeah, there we go. Jesus Christ. Without further ado, Jesus Christ, you dinging me to death. Pause. You got my mouth watery and juicy. I can't fuck with you, man. Without further ado, bringing to the scene. It is with great honor to have this man here. I've been trying to get him here for quite some time, and he's finally amongst us on the Smark side. Red Cups up to the one and only Garrett. Whoa. Echo. Garrett
What's going on, boys?
What's going on?
G? What's happening?
Well, you had told me you were going to get the kinks worked out before I came on the podcast, and then you gave me the ding-a-ling for the entrance. So I don't know if that was much of an entrance. I was going to tell you I found $1 in my pocket of my pants, and this is going to be a great interview, but then we did that, so I don't know what's going to happen now.
Mind you, this every time this man bitches this button, he says the ding. So I don't know. I'm confused. Okay, all right.
Hey,
so be all right.
Just for the record, Classic gave you the ding-a-ling. I did not.
No problem.
Oh man, this is wonderful. Gee, man, I have no idea what to expect today at all whatsoever, and that's how I like it. Cause I'm with all the fuckery and the punches and all that and everything. But how you feeling today on this Saturday?
I'm feeling great on this Saturday. The Deacon of Diet Coke, the greatest promoter west of the Mason-Dixon line, protege to the Almighty Sheik. I'm just here with the Smark Psychology Podcast episode. Well, I don't know what episode we're on. We're deep. We are deep in there. Oh my gosh, we're deep in the swimming pool. You need a blue band with the YMCA to swim where we're swimming right now.
Oh man. Oh, I got so much gold. Let me put this down for a minute so I can operate my arms and everything. Yeah, here we go. Let me get up in here and
put that down. Put all that
down. Shut up. You want to see it. Y'all got 38 points, you know what I'm saying, over the weekend. But we ain't here to talk about that. We're going to talk about that on Monday. But to start off this interview, GW, Garrett Winberry. Who is Garrett Winberry?
Well, I'm one of the promoters here at Ultra, formerly PCW Ultra, now Ultra. Trying to drop some of the acronym, make it shorter for when we got to fill out the paperwork for all the big things we got coming. You know what I mean? I used to be a music promoter. Worked with Little Uzi Vert, Famous Dex, up and coming rappers like that in Florida, where I'm from. Did that for a few years. Went to Florida State. And I came out to Los Angeles and I met the almighty Sheik and started working with him. I've been with PCW. Shoot, I'm doing it too now. I've been with Ultra for 3 years now, coming up on 4 in December.
So that's some news. That's some news that we did not know. Man, I feel like you're going to be full of breaking news all episode long. But okay, so since you said that, let's dig into it a little bit. I know you said for paperwork reasons and things of that nature, but the decision to part with the PCW and just stick with Ultra. Dig into that just a little bit if you can.
I think it was affected a little bit by our long-term partnership with Defy. Kind of Ultra Defy kind of matches a little bit, goes well together. Also, if we'd ever endeavor to run shows not on the Pacific Coast, well, being Pacific Coast Wrestling running in Philadelphia, well, that's just kind of ridiculous. You know what I mean? So I think a branding change up was kind of called for, and that's what we did. I just haven't gotten around to ordering the new T-shirts yet, of course.
Okay.
So, but Ultra Wrestling, you know, that's what we're doing.
So this is fresh. This is fresh breaking news.
Yes.
Fresh decisions being made, being done. I love it. I love it. You heard it here first on Smark Psychology Podcast. No longer PCW Ultra, just straight up Ultra in this bitch. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and change this since you said that. You know what I'm saying?
Change that. We need to put respect on it. Put respect on the name. Put respect on the name.
A few weeks ago, I tried to change the Instagram from PCW Ultra just to Ultra, and I guess there's some little rinky-dink music festival or something that goes down in Miami or something that already has the Instagram handle, apparently. So I don't know. They must draw a little crowd down there. Ultra Music Festival or something. Someone somewhere has probably heard of that. But you know, we're just gonna stick with PCW Ultra on Instagram if you want to follow us for right now.
Got you.
And I do know sometimes it gets hard to change names, especially on social media. They'd be like, "Oh, you got to have this name for this long and shit." So I already know that gets, I know how that gets. Definitely.
There we go. Got it and flipped all the way around, everywhere, anywhere, everywhere.
All right.
How hard was the decision to be able to part from the PCW name after everything that was put into that to be able to move forward?
I think with, pandemic, we had about a 2-year break. So coming back from pandemic, it almost felt like a fresh start anyways. So it was a little bit easier in that respect. We have a lot of, pre-pandemic, it was a lot of wrestlers that are honestly in contracts now. The Swerve Stricklands, the Eddie Kingstons, the Pintas. And now post-pandemic, it's the new crop of stars coming up. It's the Viva Vans, it's the Jacob Fatus, it's Hammerstones, it's people like that. So kind of changing up the branding, changing up the team name. Good for morale, good for marketing.
Haven't got any pushback from anybody regarding the name change?
Oh, no, just less questions about what PCW stands for.
I was about to ask that too. So what?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Many questions before. What did PCW stand for?
Yeah, Pacific Coast Wrestling.
Has such an old school feel. Pacific Coast
Wrestling. Like it makes sense though. It will fit in territory days for sure. You had the Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Now you got your Pacific Coast Wrestling. It makes sense.
Yes, and with our partners in Defy, being on the Pacific Coast. It's not like, why would we be the end-all be-all of Pacific Coast wrestling when, you want to go see wrestling up in Seattle or somewhere farther up in the Pacific Northwest? Well, there you go. They're the people to go to.
That's a good point. That is a good point. So what got you, what got the greatest, and again, I say the greatest promoter alive today, especially in the West Coast. So what got you into wrestling in the first place to want to say, you know what, I want to be over this?
Well, I'm from Tampa, Florida. So growing up in South Tampa in middle school and elementary school, me and my buddies, I go see FCW, which was the the training developmental program for WWE, and they would just do free shows. Okay. And anyone could come and get a ticket, and it'd be like the DiBiase Juniors to, all the up and coming guys that would become stars in the 2010s were in there in the 2000s training in Tampa, putting on these free shows that they'd put on the Bright House Sports Network that you could watch every Wednesday at 8:00. And I just kind of started liking wrestling from there. I got out of it like a lot of people do when going to college. Was more interested in women than big sweaty men wrestling, to be honest. After college, not sure an exact date, but I was kind of getting into wrestling a little bit. I had seen some clips on YouTube and on the internet, and, I was kind of looking at it again. Okay. And I happened to be in Las Vegas for when Tony Khan did his first big Double or Nothing pay-per-view. Okay. And I was there for a convention that I just happened to be in town for, and I was like, holy cow, there's this big wrestling show. What's going on? And the tickets they were like $40 at the MGM Arena and all these huge wrestlers. So I thought, wow, I want to go. So I went, and wow, it was a phenomenal show. And I really just kind of ignited getting back into wrestling. And I'm watching wrestling, like old clips and stuff on my phone, but I start watching MLW, Major League Wrestling, MLW Fusion on YouTube specifically because it was free. And I would see MJF and Selena De La Renta and Jacob Fatu, and probably most importantly, Joseph Samael. And at the time, the commentator was Jim Cornette. And Jim Cornette had a podcast that he'd promote on MLW. And I'm doing long drives in the car for work at the time. So I thought, why not? So I'm listening to his podcast. And in my past, I've done some promoting music-wise, never wrestling. But I'm listening to Jim Cornette, and anyone that knows about Jim Cornette, he's bashing on Tony Khan endlessly. Yeah. And one specific line that stuck with me is he said that, Tony Khan is a moron. If I had millions and millions of dollars, I would not go do it myself. I would find a wrestling promoter who used to be a wrestler who knows what he's doing and seek him out and practically beg him to teach me what the hell to do. And I'm kind of thinking about that. And I thought, wow, wrestling seems like something you don't need a LinkedIn or a resume to get into. Half of these outlaw wrestling promoters seem like they don't even know what they're doing. And I've promoted in the past. I know how to put on events. I really like wrestling. Maybe this could be something that I'm interested in. So I looked up on the internet a list of wrestling promotions and promoters in the state of California. I was living in Los Angeles. And the only promotion with a promoter that fit that bill was PCW Ultra. Joseph Samael, former NWA champion, former 0-1 champion, wrestling in MLW that I'm watching at the time. And he runs a promotion in Los Angeles. I thought, wow, this is cool. So I go to a show, and the show that I went to was the show right before the 2020 COVID pandemic. So right before they got canceled. And I went to this wrestling show, and it is packed in this building wall to wall with people going freaking bananas. the entire time, and there's vendors and drinks and food and a whole atmosphere. And I thought, wow, this is awesome. I want to be a part of this. So for about, I'd say 9 months, every week I sent Joseph Samael a message on Instagram, and I said, hello, Mr. Samael. My name is Garrett Winberry. I'd love to work with you here at PCW Ultra. Let's see what we can make happen. And he did not respond.
Aw.
Well, yep. And after 9 months, he sends me a message, and he says, hey, man, sorry, just got your message. Let's talk soon. Well, soon was about 6 months later. Now,
Jesus Christ.
Yep. Now we're into 2021 here. 2021, we finally sit down. We have lunch at a restaurant down in Huntington Beach, a little Mexican restaurant. And we talk wrestling, we talk life, we talk business. Before you know it, the noon meeting, it's 7 o'clock, and we're still sitting in the restaurant. He says, dude, my wife is going to kill me. You want to be partners? We'll be partners. We shake hands, and like that, we're partners in PCW Ultra Promoting. He runs the back end, all the wrestling, all the creative, all the booking decisions, all of the things to do with the wrestling side, and I run the business side. The partnerships, our sponsorships, our Ultra partners like yourselves, everything to do with the house, the in-house atmosphere, the fan experience. That's what I do.
Mm.
And I come on to break news to Smark Psychology on what we got going on for the month of October.
For the month of October. Before we get to that, is it everything that you expected it to be? Like, is the load a bit more than what you thought it would be, just jumping into the role that you're in now, or is it just right up your creek?
Oh, I love it. Early on, Sheik told me to not burn myself out, going like an Energizer bunny like I do all the time. And I told him, don't worry about that. We'll be fine. And, you know, coming up on 4 years, we're still fine. I love it. When we had that brief COVID resurgence and we had to cancel the
anniversary show
2 years ago, a year and a half ago, because the Memorial Hall got shut down, a guy sent us a message to our Facebook account, and he said, wow, it is amazing that COVID can even affect such a huge company like PCW Ultra. I can't believe how many employees it's probably going to affect. I feel for you guys.
I will show you what you feel.
Wow. I'm happy that me and Joe are doing such a great job making this company look like a professional operation and putting on a good fan experience and a wrestling product that you think that we have as many employees as AEW or the WWE.
Yeah,
that is fantastic to hear. Because there are a bunch of wrestling companies with a lot of employees who don't put on a good product. So that's good to hear.
Yeah, man. That's wonderful. Man, Classic, before we get to Creature Feature, is there anything else you might want to tap on with G, or?
Man, just your experience working with, hands-on with the wrestlers, like eye to eye, everything. Like, what has it been like? Because we get many stories of what it's like, being able to be in a locker room or working with wrestlers. So what has it been like for you to work with everybody that you've been able to see?
Well, wrestlers are interesting people. So trying to lump them all into one category of how they all are is probably difficult to do. I think that you get a lot of what you expect. Some of the OGs in the wrestling business that I've met, they're exactly how you expect. A guy like Booker T, wow, he's impressive just to shake his dang hand.
Yes, it was.
A guy like Kevin Sullivan, you get 2.5 minutes of him telling you something, and that is wrestling gold, no matter what he's telling you. Unless he's telling you to wear New Balances instead of Nikes. Don't listen to him on that. But, I think specifically, I just deal here with Ultra. every wrestler that we have in, it's been a privilege to work with. The guys that are on our roster regularly and come from our school and ladies are fantastic group of people. Oh my gosh. I've done a lot of shows now with Viva Van. I've done a lot of shows with Jacob Fatu. The boys that have come out of our school, Devin Reno, Class, Grizz Brody, Kevin Koa, Flyboy Freddie. You know, those are all a great group of guys, hardworking guys. Those PCWAZ boys, they are like soldiers. Oh my gosh, they're not soldiers, they are Marines. You do not want to mess with them in the ring. And they're nice guys in the back.
Yeah, definitely. We've had a chance to chit chat with quite a few of them. Even have a couple of episodes with interviews with them. Click the links below. Check them out. Man, it's wrestling is such an enjoyable space. I mean, there can be times where it's not as enjoyable because of marks out there in the world that just think they know it all and they actually don't. Things of that nature. Do you ever like get into back and forths with the ones that think they know the business and have had nothing to do with the business whatsoever?
No. Well, Instagram is based on engagement. So if you come in our comments and say something just buck wild, sometimes I just say, why do you feel that way? Just to get you to comment a few times more with your crazy thoughts and drive up my engagement.
Come on,
I don't need to get into the weeds with a wrestling fan who has Liv Morgan as their profile picture and follows 17 people.
Oh man, I'm gonna go put Liv Morgan in my profile picture and harass you.
There's always a few of them. What are you gonna do?
Get you. I'm putting Mercedes in mind. I'm gonna talk to you.
She's still Sasha Banks. Oh man. Geez, it's so many questions that I want to ask you, but it's just I don't know if I can ask you. I mean, we have a great relationship off the camera and things of that nature, so I don't want to reveal too many things. But speaking about revealing, October 28th. If our regular viewers know, well, they do know, but we've been promoting since it's been announced because we always put on for PCW Ultra every Ultra. It's gonna take some time, but we
yes, sir.
We put on for Ultra as much as we possibly can every single show since the beginning. You know what I'm saying? We got creature feature. What goes into putting together a wrestling show?
Well, a lot of the wrestling side, that would be Joseph Samael, the head promoter and owner of Ultra. He secures the talent. He's the matchmaker as well, so he's going to be setting up the matches. In terms of what I do to set up the shows, I'm responsible for getting all of our Ultra partners. You know, a lot of independent wrestling shows are a ring, chairs, in a building with wrestlers. Ultra is a fan experience. We have everything from Cali Al's cheesecakes, the #1 cheesecakes in Southern California, to the Ultra Punch, brought to you by D Piazza's, our bar that comes and set up with real bartenders, not an old granny from the state fair that's serving beer for $2.50. No, real bartenders. You know, all of our awesome vendors from other worlds selling wrestling pins to Lucha Cat that has a whole comic book line about a cat that's a luchador.
Yeah.
Where do you see that? You know? So that's I set up all of our partnerships that we're dealing with. I deal with promoting the product on social media and marketing it in partnership with one of our street team guys. His name is Glenn, and Glenn kind of gets out there and bangs the streets with the posters and the flyers and all that sort of thing. And I do the social media marketing and just kind of getting the word out, really, after being around for 7 years. a lot of the tickets kind of sell themselves these days. We're just responsible for putting on a good product, and we know that if you put on a good fan experience and you put on a good product in the ring, well, people are going to come back the next time.
Definitely, without even knowing what the card is or what's going to happen, because they've already experienced Ultra, like we have experienced Ultra. It's like no other. Like I tell people all the time, like Ultra was the first indie promotion that popped my cherry. I've never been to an indie show in my life before I went to an Ultra show, so it's always a great experience. Always great to be within the building. So you got that underneath your belt. I don't know if you wanted or not, but
well, thank you. You started at the peak of the mountain. You know, don't go anywhere else. You'll just be going down to the bottom.
Yeah. Speaking about indie promotions, what is it like scheduling against other indie promotions that's in the state? And is there a rivalry of sorts when it comes down to that, and getting the right days or running against other shows and things of that nature? Like, how do you operate when it comes down to
that? Well, rivalry, no, not really. There's a lot of promoters in the state that operate on I would say a similar level of wrestling show that they're putting on. Most of them Joe is either friends with, or when his time was in the ring has worked for in the past, if it's Big Time Wrestling or Pro Wrestling Revolution or someone like that. So it's just coordinating guys' schedules. Every guy has to keep their own schedule. So, you're not coordinating with another promoter, you're booking the talent. So if I want to book Mac, I'm going to call Mac and ask him if he's free on Saturday, December the 10th. And he needs to look at his own planner and tell me if he's free. You know what I mean?
I'm free, but I'm not free, if you feel me.
Yeah, if you're working for West Coast Pro in Northern California, well, shoot, you're already getting paid that day. Tough luck for me, I guess. You know what I mean? But you're getting paid, so it's all right.
Yeah.
It's good to be busy. That's what I tell a lot of people. Oh, sorry to hear that. It's good to be busy. What are you gonna do?
So you don't go in and throw in an extra couple of bucks to give them more than what they're getting where they're already at to pull them from there. You just let them honor what it is that they want to do.
Oh no, we'll leave that to Tony Khan.
Nah.
Speaking of Tony, we've had noticed, since the dawn of PCW Ultra, you guys have always had like the breakout superstars and the breakout wrestlers that we see on TV today. But we started noticing, like, I guess you could say, I don't know if you could say a partnership, but tell us how it's been getting wrestlers from a place like a AEW or Impact Wrestling to be on your show while they're on TV now. Like, what's the setup been like that for you guys?
Truthfully, on the AEW side, I'm not really sure how we go about that. That's more in the wrestling weeds than I get into. On Impact, I know Impact is easy to deal with. Jay Vidal signed as Ultralight champion, started with our company, came up in Ultra, is signed to Impact. If he didn't have his injury, Josh Alexander was supposed to fight Jacob Fatu at Saturday Night Special. That would have a little behind the curtain. That's what we had in the books. And then he got injured, and we were able to get Moose to fill in. So Impact is very easy to deal with. Good company. AEW, I mean, we don't have problems getting AEW talent. I'm not really sure how we go about that. That's just more of the wrestling side than I deal with. But I know semi-recently we had Toa Leona and Khan in, and they do a great job. We've had them a couple times. Love them. And, I would just say, people ask us why we don't have more AEW talent. Well, they're booked, and they're under contract to Tony Khan, and that's what it is. And we're in California on the other side of the coast, so it's hard to get them sometimes.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Definitely. Same thing with MLW, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, MLW, great, easy to deal with. Juicy Finau, Jacob Fatu, obviously, Alexander Hammerstone, formerly Joe. Do we have anyone else in there? I'm trying to think.
I know for sure I know you guys got Mance Warner for
Yep, we have Mance Warner coming in. So, MLW is great to deal with, easy to deal with for a very long time. Joe was lead agent in the back for them and worked behind the scenes as well as being the head of Contra unit, probably the hottest thing they've ever had. So, they're great to deal with over there.
So
New Japan, I don't know if we've ever dealt with New Japan while I've been around. Oh, we brought in Yuya Yamura.
Yeah.
I like Yuya. Heck of a wrestler. I couldn't understand a word he was telling me, but heck of a wrestler. Oh my gosh. Him and Steve Madison. Good Lord. The Modern Miracle. And Yuya, they were flying around the ring. You'd think it was Florida in the 70s. It was great.
Now he's a part of Joya. Yes. That's right. He's great. He's wonderful. That's right.
We're not gonna do that this episode. That's not what we're here for. So I'm gonna go ahead and push for almost did it again. Ultra Creature Feature. I know you said you have nothing to do with well.
But I can talk about what we got coming up though. I got the Creature Feature. It's gonna be a heck of a show. We're bringing in Mance Warner. Oh, we got Zamaya coming in. Zamaya is going to be returning. She had a huge debut against Sandra Moon, who's a SoCal veteran mainstay on the scene, and she just dominated. Oh my goodness. She reminds me of China, Aja Kong. She's a little over a year into the business. So, she could remind me of Rhea Ripley in 5 years.
Ooh.
She's 1 year into the business. Good Lord. And she wrestled up in Defy against a girl named Amira for their Spirit promotion, their women's wrestling promotion. And again, dominated. She is like an NFL linebacker playing against Pee-wee players. It is not fair. And she is a year into the business. And she has a look about her that I don't like to go into the back when she is in the back. She has a scary little look about her. And she's about half my size. And she is a scary looking woman. Very excited for Zamaya to return.
Oh man. We got a lot of talent on this card, a lot of talent that's been.
We got Shaft. He is the BMF champion, also known as the BMF. From Defy Wrestling. He's coming in. He was last seen in the Ultra Vault, where he took a hell of a beating from Alexander Hammerstone. So this will be his first match back. Not really sure what we got planned for him.
Okay, definitely. We already mentioned the Second Gear Crew being there.
Second Gear Crew, huge tag team is coming in. Former GCW, former Defy Wrestling champions. They are one of the hottest tag teams on the independents. I know that we just announced that War Beast is coming back. I know that Power and Privilege is going to be in action. So I'm not really sure who they're going to be wrestling, but either way, it's going to be a freaking great match because Second Gear Crew, those boys are wild. Old Manser, he knows how to wrestle.
Cool. They go crazy. Crazy. Man.
Let's see. Keep going down the card. We got a returning star as well.
Jack Cartwheel. We haven't had Jack Cartwheel in since Friday the 13th, and he is coming off a huge match at Triple Mania. He wrestled Vikingo at Triple Mania. So, he's one of the hottest up-and-coming luchadors, prospects, I'd say, on the West Coast. And we're excited for him to come back and cartwheel his way into the ring.
I pop for those cartwheels every time. I'm not.
I do too.
Some friends of the pod, or I don't know. I'm gonna call them foes of the pod. Like they've been around. They've been here. always go back and forth and have chitter chatters with them when we see them. But a great interview. Y'all click the links, check out the interview with this duo right here, Power and Privilege.
Power and Privilege, hottest tag team right now. These boys are dominant. I'll tell you what. They've had a couple mishaps going on in the ring, but I see the promise. I see the future. I see a little bit of Tully and R, and I see a little bit of Midnight Express in those boys. I think they've only been teamed for, a few months, maybe 6 months now, not long at all, and got to get a rhythm together and get it going. But those boys are really part of the heart of our up-and-coming crop of talent here at Ultra.
Let's put a pin right there and let's talk about the goal when it comes to Ultra, because hearing you talk, a lot of times about wrestling, on here, and even when you're talking private, like, you are a big fan when it comes to the territory days of wrestling. So just talk about when it comes to the goals, when it comes to looking at the type of wrestlers you guys bring into Ultra. Are you guys looking for more of that, old school style, or more new school style, or just a big combination of both?
Well, you don't need to have an old school style in the sense of I need you to look like a Rock and Roll Express ripoff or something, or a fake Austin Idol or something like that. I don't need any of that. But I do think that in-ring work is very important. I think that when you're presenting a show to 500 to 1,000 people that are 20 to 50 feet from the ring, that your work should be solid. What did Dusty Rhodes say? Don't do shit that you don't know how to do. Well, there's a lot of that goes on the indies. A lot of that goes on. So I think that being a good wrestler is important, and more so than your Instagram following or your look or anything like that. That's what's most important, and that's really what leads the way at Ultra. A guy like the Modern Miracle, Steve Madison,
Great
guy. Jacob Fatu.
What up, Os?
What up, Big Os?
Guys that are just incredible wrestlers. Brian Keith, our ultralight champion. He's wrestling on national television against a top guy in a top company and takes him all the way to the limit.
Yeah.
That speaks volumes about the quality of wrestling and the quality of wrestler that we're going to have in our ring at Ultra.
Speaking about quality. When I got word of this little bit of quality coming to Ultra, I got ultra excited.
You know what type of excited you got?
I got. You're talking about Juicy Finale?
Oh no!
I was confused. Okay. Here we go. Yes, Danielle Kamala, formerly Vanessa Bourne in the WWE, one of two former WWE women's talents we have coming in for Creature Feature. Very excited for her. She has been kicking butt in PCW AZ, going round for round with Zamaya, going round for round with Rochelle Riveter. There we go. I had to pull that name out. She has been having some great matches down there in Phoenix for Dom Vitale's promotion down there, PCW AZ. So we've had our eye on her, and we're very excited for her to come in. She's a Los Angeles, formerly a local. Now she's down there in Phoenix. So she's been around the scene here in Southern California. And I think a lot of the fans know her either from wrestling around here or her time on NXT. So we're excited to have her in. I'm not sure who she's going to be wrestling, but, Viva or Zamaya might be in a little bit of trouble with her.
Aha.
You know what I mean?
Now the aforementioned, you know what I'm saying? We show him at the last show, you know what I'm saying? The big homie, Juicy.
The big homie. That's what I thought you were talking about. That's good looking. We're bringing in good looking right here. Juicy for now. Yes. Big Tongan. 500, 600, 672, 673 pounds. I'm not sure exactly what he's weighing in right now today. Last time I saw him, he was something around in between there. He is a monster, and he's also an athlete. You know, if you go and take a guy of his size who is playing in the NFL right now and tell them to get up on the top rope and do a backflip, they will say you are crazy. No. But he does it, and he does it well. It doesn't always work out exactly how he wants it to do it, but it's a beautiful backflip. You know, he is an incredible athlete. He is huge, and we love him here at Ultra. I think the fans love him probably more than we love him. He is just he is what pro wrestling is all about, what old school wrestling is all about. You can't picture a guy like Juicy for now working at Ralph's.
Not at all.
You can't.
Not at all.
He is a pro wrestler.
He's an attraction.
Yes. He is an oddity. He is an attraction. He is larger than life. So we're excited to have him back for sure.
When he gets to climb those ropes, all the air leaves the building because it's just like,
I remember my first time seeing him do a suicide dive, and I said, "Sir,
sir, don't sit front row unless you want a guardrail in your lap."
First time seeing him at PCW Ultra period was at All Systems Go. Ever since then, been hooked. So yeah, that definitely a good staple to have PCW Ultra for sure.
We got a motherfucking beast on the card, a motherfucking beast, man. Just a grinder.
Kevin Koa. Kevin Koa is a dog, man. He is a Brian Urlacher type. He is going to hit you. He is tough. He is a grinder. Out of the crop of guys that's coming up out of our school, he is the underrated one that you got to watch out for, to be honest. And he kind of has a mean look in his eye that it's like, I don't want to mess with that guy. You know what I mean?
Not at all. Not at all. He like one of them dudes like, you know how you walking down the block and you look up the street and you see a pit bull standing on the sidewalk and you like, yeah.
I'm gonna walk on this side.
I'm not gonna turn around and walk away. I'm gonna walk backwards and walk away. Just in case.
The bus is on this side. I'm gonna walk around.
No, I'm gonna go over here, man. I'm not trying to mess with him up there. He looked like he ready to have some fun.
I'll give you a little inside baseball on Kevin Koa. Almost any time that I have ever seen that man, his hair is all wet and he has been sweating. I don't know if he just beat someone up, if he robbed a bank, if he was getting chased by the marshals. He just looks dangerous anytime I see him. I'm like, what did he just get into? He just got here. How is he already sweating? Did he assault someone before he walked in?
Have you ever asked him, like, why are you so wet already? Like, what's going on?
No, absolutely.
You wouldn't dare.
No, absolutely not.
Hey, that's always a red flag. Like, why are you sweating? You just been standing here this whole time, bro. You good? Yeah.
So you sound like you want to find out. Let's step outside real quick. Oh no!
Off the CM Punk shit. Let's stay. No, I don't want to step outside.
Say goodbye to Classic. Man, another homie of the pod, a cool dude. Like when I first saw him, you know what I'm saying? It was pre-show, and I'm going around and I'm talking to everybody, and I stop and I look at him and I'm like, "Yo, bro, come here." I'm like, "You get in the ring, don't you?" He was like, "Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I do my thing." I'm like, "I could tell, man. It's just something about your aura, something about your presence and your look, and you ain't even dressed to compete tonight." And we got to chopping and got in real cool. And then we eventually had him on the pod for an interview. Man, shout outs to get that in real quick. You know what I'm saying? The homie, the brother Grizz Brody. Oh my God. Such a beast.
Yes, sir. That is a blue chip prospect right there. Absolutely. He's got a little bit of the junkyard dog in him, in my opinion. He's a young bull. He's a young bull. He just graduated college.
Yeah.
Now, there's not many independent wrestlers that have a college degree. Most of them took too many bumps to the head to be able to graduate college. No, he's smart in the ring and outside the ring. He is a heck of an athlete. Good guy, hard worker. I would say that, a couple years down the road, maybe even sooner, I could see a guy like that on top in an NXT, on an Impact. And you're talking about Kevin Koa, Grizz Brody, Zamaya, people with less than 2 or 3 years experience in the business.
Yeah.
Since they signed up at Train in AZ at our wrestling training school, less than 2 years in the business.
Man, hey, if you're looking to be a professional wrestler, you better get down to AZ. You know what I'm saying?
You need to pack a van. You need to go live in a van down by the river in Phoenix and go to our wrestling school. That is what you want to do if you want to be a pro wrestler. Seriously.
Indeed. So many people coming out of there. Who's come out of there already that's already mainstream?
Alexander Hammerstone.
Man.
Boom. Have you well, shoot, what do they call her? Maxine Dupree.
Yeah, talking about in the E.
Oh,
there you go.
Wait,
the best looking woman on WWE television. We can
younger skinny. Where you
wrestlers and good looking people. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna be pretty tame. Moving on. I am not gonna do it to myself because usually I try to pronounce people's names when I know I ain't gonna be able to pronounce them right. So I'm gonna just leave that to you, Garrett.
Gaino Del Mal is coming in.
Gaino Del Mal.
Yeah, GDM. I'm personally excited about GDM. He is a monster. Oh my gosh. I spoke to Hugo Savinovich last week from Lucha Libre Online, and he was telling me that guy worked a Nacion Lucha Libre taping down in Mexico. And he worked 4 matches. They're in a building with crappy AC for a wrestling taping. And after the 3rd match, he hasn't even broken a sweat yet.
Wow.
Damn.
I don't know his weight off the top of my head, but looking at the man, he has to be in the solid 200-something range.
Yeah. And wrestling with a mask on and ain't no sweat nowhere.
Wearing a mask, exactly. And he flies around the ring in a way that belly's his size. It makes no sense. It reminds me a little bit of Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
He moves around the ring, and he was very impressive for Noah in Japan recently, wrestling out there. He's done a heck of a job out there, and he's dominating down in Mexico. So we're excited to have him in.
I know it's no matches announced, but I'm just with my crown on. My mind is tingling. I think we just might see GDM versus Juicy. That if we don't, I'm thinking that could be a possible room shaker. If you know what I'm talking about. But we'll see how my brain works.
GDM versus Juicy for now. I feel really bad for our ring ropes.
Oh man. Jesus.
Man.
We got spare ropes in the back.
Well, it might be one of those it's going to be one of those Keith Lee incidents where he breaks the ring rope or something. You know what I mean?
It's like, oops, my bad. We're going to see how good I am. We're going to see. And we ain't talked about this at all. So we just going to see where I'm at with that. But speaking about where I'm at with that is some weird shit. I'm into some weird things, doing some weird. It's about to get real weird at Creature Feature as Sin Bodhi is returning to do some weird things. I don't know to who or for who, with who.
The Warlord of Weird, Sin Bodhi.
I can't remember what show it was, but I remember the match and where there was just a lot of referee involvement going on.
Him and L.A. Parker.
Yeah, there you go.
It was Friday 13th.
There you go. Yeah. I was just like, I've never seen a match where there was so much referee involvement, yet I still enjoyed every aspect of it. Like talking about weird, it was weird, but it was very enjoyable. It was very, very, very enjoyable. I liked it.
He's a maniac. When he showed up to the building pre-show for the Ultra Vault for Set in Stone last October, a year ago, coming up on 28th, 1 year last October, I saw this man walking in with a bag like Santa Claus, a sack over his shoulder. And it's sticking out in all sorts of ways. And I'm trying to picture in my head, what the heck does he got in this bag? And where did he get all this stuff? And then when he brought all that stuff into the ring, I was like, holy crap, he had a giant pencil, a pineapple, all sorts of things in there. Where the heck did he get all this stuff?
Straight up weird.
Yeah, he's just weird. Gotta love it.
So to be clear, nobody knew about the firecracker until it happened?
Oh, no. Hey, ILW president, is it okay if my crazy clown shoots off fireworks in your memorial hall? That's about as cleared as Joseph Samael smoking a cigar every time he manages. It's incredible.
Yeah. Shout outs to the fam. Yeah. Circle of Debate said, well.
What's going on?
The Cornet of professional wrestling.
Ivan and Chris in the house.
What's going on? Yes. What up, Red Cups up to the fam? Oh man, yeah. I was about to say Ken Zarni. But Sin Bodhi, man, weird. Yeah. Actually, very artistic too. I appreciate his artistic value and things of that nature. He makes characters and figures and that nature and everything too. Very, very artsy.
And what I've been preaching this whole time, Sin Bodhi might be the warlord of weird. He might be a clown that comes out with firecrackers and is insane, but he's still a heck of a wrestler.
Yeah.
He's the trainer in Las Vegas for FSW. Everyone from Zoe Starks in the WWE to Alex Hammerstone, he has helped train all of them. Heck of a wrestler. Even our clown can wrestle.
Yeah. Oh man, you spoke about ex-WWE stars and things of that nature, and as we get back to the women, Booyah coming to Ultra,
Zaya Brookside. Yes.
Yeah, I can't wait to see her in the ring, up live and in person. I figure it's gonna be a time. It's gonna be a time.
Zaya has not been to the West Coast in over 5 years, is what she said, and we're thrilled to have her. I believe it's her father. Is it Robbie Brookside is her father? Robbie Brookside is a friend of the Sheik, Joseph Samael, and made the call and put in the good word for her. And we're excited to see her in the ring. I know she's been tearing it up in Stardom, and there's a lot of tough in-ring competition in there compared to a lot of women's wrestling that goes on. So I'm excited to see her. Hopefully Viva and Zamaya lace up their boots when they show up in October.
So might be some tag team action going on. You know what I'm saying?
Triple threat action.
You know what I'm saying? Gonna have to throw that bounty out there so it could be collected, because also on the card, like you've seen on A-Dub, he's right back in Ultra, the Ultra Light Champion Brian Keith. Oh, sitting sideways. Oh, don't get me started. What's up with Brian Keith, man? How you feeling about him?
Pound for pound, one of the toughest wrestlers in the ring. One of my favorite wrestlers in my books. I'll tell you. You want me to tell you what happened with that AEW match that happened? I'll tell you the truth. Okay. Have you ever seen the Buffalo Wild Wings commercials?
Yeah.
Where the sprinkler kind of pops out of the turf and it trips the guy, and that's how he loses the game. But the fans, they don't see it. It's kind of like that. Little sprinkler kind of popped out of the ring, tripped him up, messed him up. You know what I mean.
Got in, got out. Yeah.
Exactly. It kind of messed with his feng shui. But in Ultra, when he's at home on his home turf, wrestling his home ring where he doesn't have 79 and a half lights shining in his face and 17 cameramen from TNT shining red lights in his eyes and stuff, when he's back home, that man is dominant. He is dominant. He is hard to beat. And I pity the fool who has to go up against Brian Keith in the ring. Oh, my goodness. That bounty is going to get collected when it comes time for Brian Keith. And he is like a machine. He shows up, he does his business, he gets paid, and he goes home.
Man, he comes to collect and get going.
He comes to collect. Yes.
We have the opportunity. Go ahead.
I was saying the crazy part is the way he fights, the fighting spirit in him. You almost forget sometimes. Wow, he is a lightweight. Like, he's in the lightweight division, but the man can go head to head with anybody. Like, you saw his match with Adam Page. This man took him to town. Let's be honest. So it's like he can take it to anybody. He had fights with the likes of Shane Taylor. He had fights with the likes of anybody. So yeah, you got a great match if you got Brian Keith.
You know, he is exactly like you said. He is an ultralight fighting in the light heavyweight division, and you know, he's another guy who is young in the business, and he reminds me a lot of a guy who, when he was young and our ultralight champion, Swerve Strickland, he reminds me just of Swerve when Swerve was the ultralight champion on the rise to become an ultra champion and hold both belts. I see a lot of similarities in those two, and I think that just like Swerve challenged. He didn't win it the first time that he tried to get the Ultra Championship. I believe he challenged twice before he ended up winning it. So, you know, maybe a little bit more seasoning on that chicken when it comes to Brian Keith, and he might be pound for pound, you know, as tough as it gets.
Oh man, he gonna be collecting bounties for quite some time.
Yes.
We had the pleasure of introducing ourselves to him and getting to chop with him a little bit at the last show, and definitely a cool dude. It's great to see him succeed.
I'll just say this, and I'll put a pin in it here, and it's not no hating on nobody, but I'm just saying, if Hangman Adam Page is cowboy shit, Brian Keith is Red Dead Redemption. I'm just saying. That's all I'm putting there. It's Red Dead Redemption all the way.
Bang, bang.
So,
bang.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Rounding it up for the women. Quite frankly, the greatest on this side of the West Side. Miss Belt Collector, Miss everything, you know what I'm saying? Definitely a friend of the pod family indeed. Man. Viva, motherfucking hell bent, Viva, band, the Ultra Women Champion. Oh man, she's gonna be back in town after being in Defy for the last event and things of that nature. But she's here. She's gonna be doing her thing. So speak about Viva one sec, man. What you got for
her? Viva is the heart and soul of Ultra.
Yes,
she is now the longest reigning Ultra Woman champion we've ever had. She has been on a heck of a run. She's the only two-time Ultra Women champion as well.
Indeed.
That lady's just making moves. I'll tell you what, she is making moves. Be it down in AAA, wrestling with La Toxicas, with all those, the hottest luchadoras pretty much in all of Mexico, or up in Defy, teaming up with Vert Vixen, dominating up there. You know, she holds every belt from every promotion that I could possibly think of.
I think she got like 6 right now. 6.
Yeah. I mean, that's why she's so good. If you carry around all those belts on a regular basis, you'd just be strong as heck. You know what I mean? Look at you got 2, but she's carrying around all those. I just fall over. I'm serious.
One of them is questionable, but we're just gonna.
Hey, a champ is a champ. You know, first we talking about first ever 2-timers. Here you go. Here's one right here. First ever
questionable, but okay.
This gonna be making his debut at Ultra as well for the first time, and you know, I gotta keep somebody by the name of it's great that I forgot his name because I don't like him. Or GF Wire. What is his name? Classic. That's his name.
The guy
used to be his name.
Logan for the wrestling PR champion.
Jesus Christ. He's always got his hands on my gold, so I know he's gonna want to touch on this too. We got to get that guy away from you, man. Logan. Jesus, Stanley Logan.
That Stanley guy.
Man. We've been asking for it. We've been loving it. We've been wanting it, and damn it, we damn getting it. Making a return. To return of War Beast.
Yes.
Boy, that's it's
Violence.
It's about to be
It doesn't get any bigger. As the person who handles most of the social media, good golly, do I hear it? Yes, I want War Beast back as much as everyone who has freaking asked me over the past year and a half. 100%. They are a huge draw. They are a crazy act to see in the ring. Of course, I want them back. Problem is, there's not many tag teams that want to wrestle War Beast. That's the honest truth.
We asked Power and Privilege. We asked Power and Privilege if they wanted a piece of that, and they was like, whoa. Wait a minute. Let's slow down.
I like my body parts. I like the skin on them. Just saying. I like skin.
There are not that many tag teams left on the wrestling scene compared to what there used to be 20 years ago. And the ones that are, truthfully, guys like the Hardys, guys like FTR, guys like the Acclaimed or the Ass Boys, they're on big money contracts. And they don't want to come to Ultra and get savaged by Joseph Samael and Jacob Fatu and get their asses hurt down in Wilmington, California, and then their bosses will get mad. That's just the truth. Nobody wants to come down and get whooped by the longest reigning, most dominant tag team in all of California history. You got to go back to the wrestling territory times, to the WWA, way back before Gene LaBelle, to even get to a wrestler who held it even close to what War Beast has. In competition, War Beast has fought everyone there is. They beat the Lucha Bros. They beat Kingston and Homicide.
Shit.
I'll tell you this. If y'all can't find nobody that's going to get in there with them, I volunteered myself and
Classic
to get in there.
You volunteer what? You volunteer what? I will take that bill from you now and leave.
I volunteered the Smark Bros to get in there with Jacob Fatu and Joseph Samael and get it in. You know what I'm saying?
You're going to need to bring all your bros. Like everyone you went to high school with. Seriously.
Okay. I'll volunteer too. Just see if you're going to be the one alone in the ring. But I'll volunteer. Yeah.
I can't hot tag to you. You're not starting the match either.
Hot tag.
You're going to leave me in the ring. You're going to drop off the apron and walk to the back.
You better be glad there's going to be a tag at all. I'm going to hit my Prince Nana at the end. Just I'm
Speaking of War Beast, man, and nobody wanting to step in front of them, like, who do we got? Who do we got? Is that a surprise that's coming later? Is it going to be an actual tag match, or what are we getting when it comes to War Beast making their return to Ultra? Are they getting in the ring, or we setting something up? Like what's up? I got to know.
Well, that's a little bit too in the wrestling weeds for me. I can tell you as a promoter, as 100% fact, when I put on a poster that War Beast is going to return, they are going to return and be in the building. I can guarantee you that. So if you get your GA Plus ticket with your meet and greet, you get to meet them for absolutely free, just like every other wrestler on the card before the show. And if you have a GA ticket, you are 100% fact going to see Joseph Samael and the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu, in the ring.
Yeah. As you see the next show alert, as you see on every episode, Ultra Creature Feature, you know what I'm saying, October 28th, 2023. Yes. Tickets on sale now. The link is in the description. Click that link. And oh man, I got to get used to the dropping of PC Dub. As a matter of fact, booyah, boom. There we go. Ultra Creature Feature, October 28th, 2023. Get them links. Pause. Click them links in the description. Wow. Get your tickets. Get your tickets. Get in there early enough for the meet and greet. You know what I'm saying? Get in there to just get your seat. Get it down. Meet your Smark Bros. Catch Garrett running around. Have a word with him. Buy you some raffle tickets.
Get in my raffle. Come to the show. Get in my raffle. I have the biggest raffle in all of sports entertainment, pro wrestling, raffling history. I give away the coolest stuff you've ever seen. I might be giving away a new car. I might be giving away trading cards. It's just going to be cool, whatever it is. You never know what it's going to be.
And if you're giving away a new car, I'm buying like 100 of them tickets. You know what I'm saying?
Let me get 5 of them, man.
I got to pay on the tax. No pay on the tax, right? No.
Exactly. No pig slip. Exactly.
Hey, let's go.
I got some money for that.
But yeah, no, definitely. Make sure you come out to a show. Actually, I have. Do you know about my exciting news?
Man. I mean, I know about your exciting
so much
news.
exciting news.
Classic knows about your exciting news, but I think everybody else needs to know.
I have a piece of exciting news. So October 22nd, Ultra, we are putting on a free, absolutely free. You get to see the number one pro wrestling company in all of Southern California for absolutely free. We're putting on a free wrestling show with admission to Urban Con at the Ontario Convention Center. Let's go, baby. Hey. Life isn't free. You need admission to get into Urban Con, but then you get to see us for free. Let's go. It is going to be awesome. We are going to have GDM, Gaino Del Mal, is going to be in action at Urban Con. I know that for a fact. I know that one of our next rising crop of stars that's coming out of our school, Los Suavecitos, is going to be wrestling for us at Urban Con. We're also going to be having Power and Privilege in action, who I will reveal will be wrestling Los Suavecitos at Urban Con. So that's going to be a good match. And I'm also going to reveal this at Urban Con. The Hellbent Vixen, Viva Van, is going to be in action. And in my opinion, she's going to have her toughest test in a long time. Probably since Danica Della Rouge took her title from her, honestly. Seriously. October 22nd at Urban Con for absolutely free with admission to Urban Con. I think those tickets, folks, those tickets are cheap. You can get into Urban Con. I'm going to pause my announcement to plug this awesome convention. This is the largest urban culture, Black and Mexican convention in all of America. We're going to have rappers. There are porn stars. There are tattoo artists, all of which are famous people, way more famous than me. Oh my gosh, it is crazy all the people that are going to be there. It is going to be a whole show, low riders, everything that you can imagine, urban culture. It is going to be nuts. And at the heart of it all, the main event, the main attraction is Ultra Wrestling right in the middle of the convention at the Ontario Convention Center in Orange County, October 22nd. And the Hellbent Vixen, Ultra Woman Champion, Viva Van, is going to be in action. And she's going to be fighting Zamaya at the convention center for free, absolutely free. Zamaya is going to get her shot at the Hellbent Vixen for the Ultra Woman Championship in front of probably 8,000, 10,000, whatever the max capacity is of that convention center. Boom. You know what I'm saying, Sway? Boom. Yeah, drop the bomb. Yeah, Funk Flex dropped the bomb on him. There we go. Man. So it's going to be huge, absolutely free. All you got to do is get your butt into the convention, and you are good to go. We will be right in the middle.
Right in the middle. You can't miss in the middle.
You can't miss us.
It's very good in the middle. It's very good in the middle. That's right.
And we're going to have a few cool surprises coming in. I'll also confirm. I'm just confirming a lot of things. I love Urban Con. I'm very excited about this. I'm bringing back Alexander Hammerstone.
Woo!
Former Ultra champion. I'm going to get Hammerstone to come back for Urban Con. He doesn't even know this yet. So if Hammerstone is watching this right now, he is looking in his text messages thinking, what the hell? He has not even texted or told me about this. I don't know what this Urban Con thing is he's talking about. But I am putting out the word into the universe. We're bringing Hammerstone. I'm calling him home to Ultra, where he started, where he grew up, where he was raised, and he is coming back to Ultra. We need a dominant heavyweight to really show the people of Urban Con what Ultra is all about, and that is Alexander Hammerstone. So I'm calling in my favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody loves Garrett, you know what I'm saying? How can you not pick up the phone on that favor call? How can you not? It's always enjoyable conversations talking to you, man.
Always.
Always,
thank you.
always. Speaking of announcements and things of that nature, not too long ago, it was announced that we got We Mix TV. We Mix TV. Defy, Enjoy Wrestling, and Ultra as well. All the shows, all the matches. Talk about We Mix for a little bit.
Remix TV, absolutely free. No credit card, no sign up. We are changing the game. We are happy to be one of the promotions that is on Remix. It is a great platform in terms of how easy it is to use. YouTube, that's how easy it is. You click it, it pops up, it plays. You don't need to sign in. You don't need to log in. You don't need an app on your phone or nothing, and it is all absolutely free. Along with Ultra, there's Defy Wrestling is on there. Demand Lucha is on there. Enjoy Wrestling is on there. And I know in the next few months, maybe by the end of the year, we're going to have a couple new promotions that I've heard are coming on board to Remix, and I'm really excited about that. Obviously, it's not my promotion, so I can't really speak on their business before they're ready to, but we're excited about that. Defy recently has run some crossover shows with Progress, and I know that those shows are also available for free on Remix. So for anyone paying for Progress on demand, just watch it for free on Remix, baby. There we go.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's an exciting platform. It's great. For a long time, we've been California's best kept secret and one of the best kept secrets in indie wrestling. But I'm happy that fans anywhere, be it my buddy AJ Singh from Wrestling News in Mumbai, India, can watch my product on the internet for free.
For free.
That's great.
For free.
And in terms of quality, Lord, I put the quality of our product and what we're presenting on Remix for free up against a lot of products that you got to pay for.
Yeah. You won't get a lemon over here.
That you need a cable subscription to watch, folks. You don't need a cable subscription with us. Cut the cord. Come to Remix. Get your Netflix. Get your Hulu. And Remix is free. Just add it into your bundle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, the purpose. What was the thought process behind Remix? Was it already thought about and then it was your invitation was sent out to you guys, or was it just a joint effort to bring this together and make it an opportunity for everybody to enjoy great professional wrestling?
Exactly that. It is all of the promotions that are on Remix. We were all behind some sort of paywall, and we wanted to figure out a feasible way that it wouldn't break our bank and it wouldn't also break the customer's bank, and free obviously doesn't break the customer's bank. So we want to figure out a way that we could, you know, put our product out there to the world and let them see what we're doing and expose our young up and coming stars to the wrestling universe. And, you know, we have a lot of great partners with Enjoy and Defy, and collaboratively we were able to come together and put this on with the help of StreamYard, who is our partners from on the back end technical side of Remix. We were all also coincidentally part of Pivot Share. We had PCW on demand, and they were Defy on demand on Pivot Share. Pivot Share is no longer in business. So with the closure of Pivot Share abruptly, they were kind of like Krispy Kreme donuts. They just shut the doors and told the employees, hey, the locks, you know, don't show up to work. So we had to figure out a new way to put our product out there, and Joseph started working on Remix early on, and we're really excited about it. You get to watch all of our past shows, the rise of Pintel Zero Miedo Lucha Bros versus War Beast, the Great Muda coming to California, wrestling live in the ring. I know that he's on a lot of television right now. What is it's not JD McDonough? Is that his name in the WWE? Okay, so a guy like him, where he got signed out of OTT, which is in Ireland, the promotion that he wrestled for over there in the UK, and he got signed. He's a young bull in the academy, in the school, the dojo in Japan. Excuse me. He's in the dojo when Joseph was the NWA champion wrestling in Japan. And that's when he was a young bull. So a few years later, he's getting signed to the WWE, and he tells William Regal, hey, I want to come, but can I wrestle for this company, PCW Ultra, first? They actually just booked me.
That's dope.
And William Regal said, all right, fine, but send me their stuff so I can make sure it's not no outlaw mud show sort of deal. So he sent all the tapes over to Regal, and Regal looked at it, and he said, oh, yeah, no, they're great. No problem. You can go work for them. Yeah. You can watch JD come in and fight Swerve Strickland from AEW with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat as a special guest referee, a guy who was signed to the WWE wrestling on the indies. I don't know when that's happened in the past decade. There you go. Behind the curtain, inside baseball, with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat as a special guest referee, and Nita Strauss, the Alice Cooper guitarist, sitting in the front row. That match is absolutely free, folks. Absolutely free.
In closing, what makes Ultra as great as it is?
Combination of a lot of things. We have the hottest up-and-coming wrestlers. We've got a genius owner and matchmaker and lead promoter in Joseph Samael. I haven't talked about him because I've been singing the praises of all of our wrestlers, but he is one of the brightest minds in pro wrestling. One of the hottest periods in MLW. He was directly behind a lot of that. He is just a wizard when it comes to knowing how the wrestling world works, and he was trained and smartened up by a lot of the smartest minds in wrestling, guys like Jerry Jarrett and Kevin Sullivan. You know what I mean? So a lot of what makes us special is the Sheik. He is, a big part of Ultra, I would say. I'd also say that our fans, the hardcore fans, like yourselves, you can't match it. And you come to an Ultra show, and it looks like an old school wrestling crowd. You have kids, you have families, you have parents, you have old people, you have people with walkers. It is the whole spectrum. And I've been to a lot of independent wrestling shows, and almost everyone at those shows, they look like me minus the gold chain. 26, 27-year-old white dudes with beards. That's what they all are. Sorry. And I like our crowd. I like our vibe. I can honestly say, and I think you guys can confirm this, I have thanked every person who's ever come to an Ultra show for coming and shook their hand as they walk out the door.
Yes.
This is true.
I love our fans.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trade a single one of our fans for anyone else's fans. It is a great experience, and that's a big part of what makes Ultra.
Garrett Winberry, a man of the people, a man of Ultra, a man that's ultrally successful in his lane. Man, there's nobody on this side that's greater than you, sir. Definitely appreciate your time and having you here. It's always a good time to have you around. It's always a good time to converse with you and chop it up and things of that nature. You cool by me, but you already know that and everything. Yeah. Cool by Classic, but you all
cool with the Smart Bros all day.
I'm an official Smark.
Yeah. Oh, been an official Smark.
All right.
Come on now. Red Cups always
all right.
I got gold chains too, but they ain't as big as yours. I got to get one as big as yours. Really. I got a lot of gold going on here. I wouldn't mind adding it on. Maybe we might have to do a photo op to where I'll let you hold this gold I'll wear that gold and we, you know what I'm saying, thug it up real quick. Thug it up.
All right, cool. We'll put Fatu in the middle with his gold.
Oh man.
Hey.
Oh man. Classic, you can't get in that picture. You ain't got
Leave me golden. Well, technically that is rightfully mine, but it's all good. We're not gonna talk about that.
Man.
Another time we'll talk about it.
Well, boys,
Garrett,
I really appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, Garrett. Thank you. We definitely appreciate you being on. Click the links in the descriptions. Get everything. Get in tune with everything. PCW. Ultra.
October 28th.
October
See you there.
28th.
Creature feature. Don't miss it. It's going to be huge.
Yeah, indeed. This has been Garrett Winberry. I have been King Mac MILLI. He has been J Classic, Mr. Opportunity. Y'all already know what it is. We'll see you Monday for another episode of Smark Psychology Podcast.
Bye.
Yeah.